We're here at the Y100 studios, and Clay Hollis in the building. You have made it, man. Welcome to Y100.
It's been a long time coming, right?
How do you feel?
I feel good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is the hometown kid right here. We've seen him numerous times out at Floore's. I keep running into you at Stetson Dance Hall, I feel like every week, maybe.
Yeah, we're just regular beer drinking buddies on the weekend.
That's right.
Whatever, you know.
Well, you got a lot of big things going on, man. But before we get to all the new music and everything like that, let's talk about you growing up here in San Antonio and kind of your journey just getting into country music. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Man, it's kind of it's crazy. It's growing every day, nonstop. Being from San Antonio, I was born in the Valley actually, but I've been here for 22 years now, and went to grade school here, graduated from Central Catholic High School, and started music kind of in high school, but playing professionally after I graduated, and kind of putting out my first record to helping other guys and working on the road with guys like, John Wolf, Mario Flores, Gabe Garcia, all these people that have helped, bring me up, bring my career along with them. And now we're just rocking and rolling like full speed ahead.
Did you have a backup plan, or were you like, I'm going to do music because music is fun?
No, you actually, music wasn't my first choice. Yeah, it was, believe it or not, I was going to attend the Texas A&M Maritime School and go to maritime school. I love the water, as you know this.
Yeah.
And so I've, boats and ships and being on the water was like my thing, and I was going to do that, but then the music bug got me, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go to college. And so I turned down a 4-year program at A&M to just start chasing the road and playing music.
Okay. Well, you're always down there at the coast anyway, fishing and everything like that. I know, like, you do incorporate that into your music. We're going to talk about a song here in a bit where that is incorporated in. But, dude, you've been having a good run, though, man. And, like, there's been a lot of shows, a lot of occasions where we've seen you. Everybody that listens to Texas Made has heard your music now. And we're going to have another chance to see you coming up at Floore's on September 10th.
Yeah.
How does that feel, man?
It's really cool, and I guess I can let everyone know here on Y100 first that the Floore's show on September 10th is gonna be called the pre-album listening party. Oh. So what that means is we're not quite ready for the album to drop, which I don't know. It's gonna be later on towards September, maybe October, but with that being said, we're going to play the album top to bottom at that Floore show, September 10th. And for anyone that attends the show, they're going to have an opportunity to purchase a limited edition, kind of like a live track and studio album tracking of the new record.
Oh, nice.
So we're pressing a limited amount, like 200-something copies of the album, and you'll only be able to get it at Floore's on September 10th.
So they're gonna bring in like all the gear and like record it and make it like real nice.
It's not gonna be a live recording. It's gonna be
okay.
We're gonna do I'm gonna do some live stuff pre-record for that album, and it's gonna say, hey, you attended Floore's Country Store on the 10th. Thank you for being a part of my album listening party. And this is a special edition of my new album.
Very exclusive Clay Hollis music that you can only get
if you go to that show.
Wow.
Because then we'll have the actual album available, but not for a couple more months.
Okay. So have we decided on an album title yet? Or is that
I believe
we don't have to tell everybody, but
we don't have to tell everyone, but because I don't know, I'm 99.9% sure we have the title.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with any of the songs.
Oh.
It's just a random title.
Okay.
That just kind of a blanket statement about how I feel about
cool.
of the new record.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Maybe we'll get the title like a little closer to the Floore show, or maybe at the Floore show you'll let everybody know officially.
I think
so that's a good reason for everybody to come out on September 10th at Floore's.
We're hoping for a sellout. We're bringing my buddy Joey Greer, who I think it's gonna be his first time to Floore's, and Joey's doing great, and it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
And man, we're hoping to sell it out.
Need to get him some tamales that night too.
Yeah.
Last time we were there, it was like super cold, I remember, but it was good, man, and it was very busy inside of Floore, so it was definitely a good time for sure.
I remember that. Yeah, it was we've always had a good turnout, and shout out to all the people at John T. Floors. Yeah. They're like an extended part of my family. They've been so gracious to help grow my career and give me an opportunity to play that stage, and it's cool because it's basically home turf.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the staff is great there. They always take great care of us. And, I live the closest to Floors, and that just happens to be where we probably have the most concerts.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It was like destiny or something like that. I don't know. Well, we've been playing Can't Get Back, man, like since it came out. And when you first played it for me, I was like, oh, yeah, this is good to go. This is good to go.
I recall that night. I played it for you in my bus.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like done yet. It was just a raw, it was raw.
You played me several, and I was like, wow, this is all sounding really good. Yeah. Like it was like fresh off like the Pro Tools mixed down on the speakers, and I'm just like, wow, this is great. But like I'm excited to hear everything once it's completely done.
I appreciate
Talk about
it.
Can't Get Back though a little bit, and what that song means to you and how that came about.
So. Can't Get Back. Funny story is, first of all, I gotta say I didn't write it.
Okay.
One of my best friends now, Matt Zavala, who is my co-producer on this album, and he's also my bass player, my bandmate. He wrote the song with our buddy Ryan Garrett in Nashville, and it was originally written because we were short one song for the album, and we really needed a ballad. And the way it was written was really slow. It was pulled back, like really dialed down. And when I heard it, I was like, I kind of, it took me a second to really get into it, and I was like, man, that's pretty neat, but I'm hearing it a different way.
Yeah.
And that always happens, like when an artist gets a hold of someone else's music, where a song gets pitched to you or whatever, and you kind of put your own spin on it.
Yeah.
But we ended up kind of cranking it up and turning it into a mid-tempo song. So it wasn't a ballad anymore. It's kind of a ballad, but it's more of a mid-tempo.
I like that medium, man. It's easier to dance to, especially if you're not a good dancer.
For sure. And so, hey, I know that. I'm like that too. But yeah, so the song was written from those two boys' hearts, man. Like they, the opening lyrics of "Looking Back Now seems like forever," goes back to Ryan and Matt, living here in San Antonio, growing up, writing music and drinking beers and just living life. And it's just the song itself is just a nod to your past, a cheers to looking back on all the good times. So it's just one of those feel good songs, and I ended up falling in love with it, and we've kind of made it our own, and I thank those guys for letting me cut it. And
very nice.
It's and even for it to be the first single off the project is pretty neat. We weren't sure that was going to happen, but here we are now. So.
It's crazy how like sometimes you get a hold of that one song and it's like toward the end of everything you've been working on.
Absolutely.
And then it's like, well, this is pretty good. We should put this out. Maybe you're like excited about it because like you're wrapping up and it's like real fresh. It's the newest one, but sometimes that stuff just kind of falls into place that way.
It's crazy how it does fall into place. Yeah. And it's like, and I've always believed that. It's like, man, like I know I have deadlines to meet, and I know I gotta get this done and this done and this done, and I've learned to like not stress. I do suffer from stress sometimes because we have my plate's full, but man, you can't let it eat you up, and I always know that it's gonna deliver because like you said, it's all gonna fall into place.
Yeah.
So and I think it's unfolding pretty nicely for us.
Nice.
So
well, the other song too that we saw like on your social media was "Coast is Clear."
Yeah.
And this is one you've kind of had in the bag for a little while, right?
Yeah, I wrote "Coast is Clear" a little over a year ago, and we were already playing it out like last summer.
Yep.
And
because I was like, play the beach one.
Yeah.
Play the one about the coast.
So I wrote that song with my buddy Joey Hollis, who up in Nashville. We tease everyone that he's my cousin. We got the same last name, but we're actually not related. Just ironic that we got the same last name. And then our other buddy Justin Adams, Oklahoma boy, but he's there in Nashville now. Awesome songwriter. Shout out to Justin. And I think he had the title, and I kind of had like this idea of like what I wanted to say, and that's just a story of I always claim that, like, hey, this is for anyone that needs to clear their mind, get out of the city, get away from whatever you're doing, go to the coast, stick your toes in the sand, go fishing, and it kind of lends itself to like the guy is tired of the girlfriend nagging on him, so he goes, hey, I'm not thinking about you. I'm going fishing with the guys.
Yeah.
And it kind of lends itself to be a guy's song, but really it's just a song for anyone that needs to get to the coast and clear their mind, and that's why we say, hey, go where the coast is clear.
Oh, that's good. That's good right there. And you've sent me video before, like you're on the boat and you're playing your guitar and you got everybody out there and they're doing some fishing and everything like that, and you're kind of showing them around but also providing a little entertainment as well, man. And I feel like that is very you. Anything that is beach related like just works for you.
I grew up, I was baptized in Port Isabel, which is on the Texas coast, and grew up down there. And then we had a beach house in Port Aransas for years. I grew up every summer down there, living the saltwater life. And so fishing is one of my earliest passions, and I credit that to my grandpa. And as far as I can remember, is like being a little guy out on the boat with my grandpa, and like those are some of the memories that I cherish the most. And just growing up around boats and fishing and water, and it's just I can't get it out of me.
What's the biggest thing you've caught?
Over a 500-pound blue marlin.
Okay. What's the best thing you've caught?
I love to catch wahoo because they eat good.
Okay.
That's your that and tuna, because I love sushi.
Oh yeah.
I am a sushi fanatic. I'll this is probably a little TMI, but man, when we're fishing, we'll catch a big old tuna, fillet a slab off, throw it on ice, come back 30 minutes later, and whip up some wasabi and some soy, and we have like fresh sashimi right there while we're still fishing.
On the boat.
On the boat, man.
Good to go.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on fishing talk, because then we won't.
what kind of? Well, I need to know now. What kind of beverage goes best with that when you're out on the water?
Man, I think you got to be drinking anything cold. How about that?
Okay.
Anything cold. But no, I mean, really, it just depends. Sometimes I'm on a vodka kick out there. Sometimes I'm on a tequila kick. Sometimes I'm on a rum kick. And then of course we like to drink some cold beer.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very, very Captain Jack Sparrow of you right there. Well, man, we're excited about obviously the new music. I've heard some of it already. Everything is very next level, I feel like, for you. Like it's definitely like a step up.
I appreciate that. And just to comment on that is that probably lends itself to the fact that we chose to use just the most incredible kick-ass band when we recorded. And shout out to Evan Hutchins, our drummer and project lead in the studio. He incredible musician, just all the way around, from the drums to the production to writing charts and arranging the music for us, and then along with Matt, my co-producer, and I kind of like driving the ship, if you will, like while we were there in the studio. And then of course the studio was a step up. We recorded at Omni Sound in Nashville, and that was my first time there. Really impressed with it, and I really can't wait to go back to record some more music there. And nice. But yeah, this is the biggest thing, the pat on the back for me, is that I got to co-produce this with Matt, and then just have an incredible band. And so I think that's what you're hearing when you hear it, and it's just like, man, this sounds like next level.
Next level.
Yeah.
Well, we're ready for it, man. We're ready to play some more music on Texas Made. Before we wrap this up, let's do something we do on every show.
Okay.
You're here at Y100 now. I don't know if you've seen this before, but it's called That's What I Like About Texas.
I have
This
not.
is the Clay Hollis edition. Your top 3 favorite things you like about Texas.
Oh, favorite things I like about Texas. Well, one, being from San Antonio, the coast is only 2.5 hours away.
That's right.
That's number one. I think I've got Highway 37. I can do that in my sleep.
Like Bernie.
Yeah, just
They're more like this, but yeah.
Number 2,
don't do that, by
the food. You can't go like the food. Of course, I'm Hispanic, so I grew up on Tex-Mex and Mexican style barbecue. That's my forte. And then third, I guess. God dang, I don't know. Culture, the people. I love Texas, man. Being a Texan, you got to be proud of that. And if it's not that, I would say just the state itself, the ability. Like, I think this is the coolest thing of one of the coolest things of Texas. Touring Texas, there's so many towns that I have yet to even go to in Texas, and geographically, I'm fascinated by geography. To go from the coastal plains to the hill country to the West Texas plains to the prairies and lakes of East Texas, it's like Texas has it all. So
we got it all.
I think that's the coolest thing.
That's it, man. All right, Clay Hollis here at Y100. We'll talk to you a little more on Texas Made, man. Appreciate it. Man.